Hello, I am Curtis Carr with Picture It Hung. I want to spend just a few minutes telling you about a new invention that I have that helps you hang pictures in a way you've never thought possible. It's much easier than anything you've ever tried before. How many of you have ever tried to hang a picture that might be a little bit heavy and you've tried to use one of these little things and you're wondering, is it just going to pull out of the wall? Or maybe you've got to poke a hole in the wall and put the little plastic gadget in. There's all kinds of ways out there. Every one of those, though, places all of the weight of the picture into the sheetrock, and the sheetrock is kind of soft. So I came up with a way that alleviates that problem, and it's through the use of a hanger like this. What we do is once we find our stud, and you may use a magnet or anything to find your stud, find our stud. I know my stud is right here. I know by code that I have another stud 16 inches away inside that wall. So if I take my bracket and I put it on the wall on the stud, this hook slides. These little pieces on the end do not let the hook come off the end. So you have the ability to put your picture anywhere on there. Once I hang the picture bracket into the stud, it then transfers all of the weight of the picture back to the stud and no weight on the sheetrock. As you can see here, we have made a couple of props that show you something that you may not even be aware of, and that's what's behind the sheetrock as you're trying to hang these pictures. You can see this cutout and it exposes the studs that are back there, and I mentioned earlier that these are spaced 16 inches by code, and our bracket has an 8-inch reach, which means that it allows you to go anywhere in this space here. So if I were to hang my picture right here, if my wife had said, I want it to hang right here, then all of the weight, even though it's on that hook, is transferred back to this stud right here, and no weight is on the sheetrock. Now on this other cutout, it shows you something else that you may not be aware of, and that would be if my wife had said she wanted the picture right here and it's not extending to there, then what I would do is take this off and flip it over from this point. It would then place it on the other stud and coming from the other direction hang the picture. And this is just a cutout that shows how that covers that gap right here. Whether I hang it on this stud or I need to hang it on that stud, it covers the entire space between the 16-inch studs. Now we're not advocating that you put two brackets on. This is just for an illustration. Just one bracket is going to work, and the strength of this hook and this bracket will hold a lot of weight. And so just with one hook and one bracket, you'll be able to put the picture on and transfer all that weight back to the stud, no weight on the sheetrock. Picture It Hung comes in two different sizes. We have our regular model here, and then a smaller version for your smaller pictures. This is actually the world's best picture hanging system. If you would click order now, you can get your Picture It Hung.